Um, I would like to know, how did you overcome the belief that you are too young to build your own company? Because a lot of youth and young people maybe have an idea, some of them have dreams, but maybe their environment tells them, you can't do that, you are too young, it's a crisis, you will fail.
Yeah. For as long as I can remember, I've been trying to start businesses. And the first business I ever started, I was actually 12 years old. Actually, I might have been 10 years old. Okay, I'll tell you what I did. I used to come back home from school. I used to take a piece of paper and draw some Disney cartoons. And this was in India. I was born and raised in India. I used to draw Disney cartoons, I used to color them in, and I used to wait till 4 o'clock in the evening until people came back from work, and I stood in an elevator in my building. And I used to try and sell the people my drawings as soon as they walked into the elevator and before they reached their floor in the building, and the elevators were slow, so I had enough time to try and sell them the cartoon. And
so you did elevator pitch at the age of...
and that's what's funny about it, is basically doing elevator pitches since I was 10 years old. I think that was pretty funny. So I don't know if I ever thought that I was too young really to start a business. It's not...
Because maybe you started before the people can say you that.
Yeah, I think so. And no one ever... but by the way, no one also ever told me... it's too difficult. You know, I feel like a lot of times people tell a younger person, well, listen, don't start a business yet, go to school, get a degree, go work in a big company for a little while, and then you figure out what to do with your life. But I don't think anyone ever told me, you know, don't start a business, it's too difficult. So I didn't know. So I just did it because from the inside...
Why nobody said that for you?
I just don't think in India, where I was raised, no one there in the community that I was from started a business, so they had no idea. So they had no experience. I mean, they wouldn't know whether or not it was difficult, right? Because this was...
Yes, but it's awesome because a lot of people don't know a lot of things, but they judge.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I don't think anyone ever judged me.
No, it's cool. It's cool to for me. It's cool to see that in India the people don't know some things, but okay, try.
Yeah, you know, and that's so weird that you said that. I can't remember a single instance. I think I got more encouragement than anything. I mean, my drawings were horrible, and people wanted to buy them, I think just to support, you know, just to support the fact that I was standing in an elevator at 4 o'clock in the evening trying to sell it. I don't think I ever heard from anyone, you can't do it, you're too young, it's too difficult. So I just didn't know. And of course, now starting a real business, I know it's very difficult, but I think that can be overcome with many things like focus and dedication and passion and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, according to you, in what field do you have skills? If it's not in scheduling, where you are good?
Yes, that's a good question. Definitely in designing. I like to think I've been doing designing since I was 16 years old, and I've taught myself how to design things for products. So I think I'm pretty good at that.
Yes.
I think I'm pretty good at starting something and finishing it. I think that's so key, right? A lot of people, they start something and then they have this excitement and things just go at a sugar high, and then they just drop off and they never finish things off.
Yes, it's very interesting. Yeah, what advice can you give to finish something, to go until the end?
I think it all comes down to the first mindset that you have when you enter the project. It can't just be about that initial excitement. You've got to make a deal with yourself that you're going to finish.
It's a commitment.
You've got to commit at the beginning, and it's such a simple thing, right? You go into something, you dive in without really thinking about it, you get so excited about it, but then you wake up the next morning, you're a little bit tired, then you look at the project and you're not so excited by it anymore and you just walk away from it. That's so easy to do. But I think when you commit and you lock yourself in and you hold yourself accountable every day, there's no way you won't finish. You'll finish. It might not be the best thing in the world when you finish, but you'll finish. And I think that's something I believe in. I think anyone that starts something, you've got to be able to finish. Seth Godin, who you said you interviewed, there was a book that he wrote, I think it was called Quitter or Quit. Do you know what I'm talking about? You know the book I'm talking about? Or How to Quit, or When to Quit, or Don't Quit. The point that he was making in that book was quitting isn't bad if you quit at the right time, right? But I feel like often people get to a point where they quit too early. And that's, I think, the biggest shame when it comes to, starting a project, not being able to fulfill it. I think that's a big shame in the human race. I don't know what it is about people that makes them not want to finish something.